Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a little bit of a different video, kind of more similar to some other videos I've probably done in the past, more chatty. But as you can see from the thumbnail, I'm going to be making these really cute summer fruity nails. Unfortunately, I was a little bit out of frame on some of the nails, so I just wanted to let you guys know in advance. And as you can see from the thumbnail also, this is going to be a video on 10 things that I wish I knew before starting nails, kind of like things I knew and tips as well that I would give to somebody that wants to start doing nails or has just recently started. Even if you haven't recently started, just things that maybe you would still want to hear, because I know that this could probably, be good. These could be good tips for you. So I'm gonna start off. I hope 27 minutes is long enough because that's how long my thing is saying right now. But I'm gonna start off with number one, and this is one that I've been feeling heavy lately. But it is comparison is the thief of joy. So this is one that I feel like is really important when you're starting off doing nails. And even if you're not starting off doing nails, even if you're doing anything in the beauty industry or anything online, you just cannot compare yourself to other people. Recently I found myself comparing to, or I don't know if I'm saying that right. Basically, I've been comparing myself a lot to other creators that I see on Instagram and on YouTube, and I've been getting really down and feeling like almost like my content isn't good enough and like I need to step it up, which could be true, is true, but also like I just see how other people are doing so well, and obviously like it's a normal thing, a normal feeling to feel like dang, like I should be in that spot too. And you can compare yourself, because even if you, for example, let's just say you just hit 500 or 1,000 followers on Instagram, and then you get so excited, you want to celebrate, and then you go and see another account that's only been up for like a year and already has like 500k subscribers, you're immediately going to put yourself down and feel super sad about it, and you're just going to take away your joy. And that's honestly the worst thing to do, because it's going to basically unmotivate you and make you feel sad and make you feel like you're comparing yourself, and you're going to start comparing everything. That's what I recently started doing to myself, and I don't want to do that anymore. But yeah, so that's like one tip that I could give you guys if you're barely starting, is do not compare yourself to other people, because everybody starts somewhere. And the algorithm for like social media is really weird, so you could try as hard as you can. Like you could post like 5 times a day, and that sometimes still isn't even good enough, because honestly, the what's gonna happen is that the algorithm is going to push whatever content it wants. So just try your best, post your content, and don't compare yourself to others. So that is my first one. My second one is consistency is everything, and that is like so important, and that kind of goes in with like trying your best and kind of giving it your all. So if you're gonna want to do anything within nails, you always want to stay consistent. If you don't stay consistent, honestly, it can really set you back really far, and it can make your progress really, really slow. So what I mean by consistency is always try to take some time to perfect your art, to perfect your craft, to make nails. Even if you just have 5 minutes, like even just practicing painting nails or doing one simple design could really help you get better at basically everything. I know that might be hard to believe, but it's very true. And then also, social media wise, right now, social media is absolutely everything. Like, I truly, truly don't believe that you can get far without having social media. Like, you have to have it nowadays. And as much as that kind of sucks, like, it's just the truth. So, one thing that I would say is like be consistent, especially if you're gonna start YouTube. Like be consistent on YouTube, post shorts, because I know short form content is everything right now. People just have like a shorter attention span, so shorter videos are just more trendy and will do better in the long run. But I like long form videos, that's why I'm on YouTube, and I post way more uh like fun videos on YouTube than I would on Instagram and TikTok, because I just feel like I didn't start off with short form content, so it's just not something that it's something that I'm shortly getting used to, or slowly getting used to, I meant. But you need to be consistent, and that is the one thing I could say, so that you can get far. Like if you're gonna compare yourself to other people, like for me, for example, this is what I'm currently going through. I will compare myself to somebody that's posting so much, that's so active, they're getting so many orders, they have so many subscribers, but they're actually putting in the work and being consistent. And if I'm not doing that, like, I put myself down and I'm like, why am I not, because I'm not being consistent. It could really set me back. It has set me back before. So that's just a tip I wanted to give you guys. Like, I just want to be super real with you guys. And I know I've talked about this multiple times before, that you need to be consistent to get far, but I know it's just something that sometimes you don't want to hear, but it's just literally the truth. And yeah, being consistent is like everything, because if you stop being consistent, people will like forget about you. Like, it's literally so true. Like, if you just stop posting for a while, for a few months, people are going to start just watching other channels. And when you try to come back, like, especially for YouTube, if you try to come back, it's not going to be the same. Like, it's just not the same. Like, your subscribers are going to have to kind of rediscover you in a way. And you're going to have to, you're going to have a whole new group of people probably coming in. So you're going to have to kind of reintroduce yourself, things like that, So that is another tip I wanted to give. And then the next tip I wanted to give for very beginners is start with fair prices to build clientele and trust. So I see a few, like every now and then I see people on Instagram, or anyone who's starting out with press-on nails or any type of nails, they will start with their prices fairly high, like over $60 for one set and things like that. And the one thing I wanted to say is I started off, and I know it's so hard. Like, trust me, I know the times right now are difficult. It's like even people that have like so many followers are barely getting by, and it's really sucks because of the economy that we're in the United States. But the one thing I wanted to say is that I started off with my nail sets, for my press-on sets, only being like $35. That was because I was a beginner. I wasn't 1000% sure that my quality was there, and that I knew that my design was going to be 100% perfect, and that things weren't going to chip, or that nothing was going to happen, So when you're a beginner, I would recommend starting off with fair prices. Of course, you need to be making a little bit of a profit. I totally get that. But I do think that you could still make a profit with semi-simpler designs and still charge only like $30 to $35. I do think that that's possible. You just can't be putting in hours and hours and hours on end on one set, because you're just wasting time in a way. But start off with your prices fair, and then build clientele and build trust with people. That is how you're going to have clients that are going to return. Your goal as a service provider, as a nail artist, is to have returning clients. That should always be your goal. Not just to have clients or customers daily, but to always have some that will return, because you need to have like a set goal. You know what I mean? Like, not a set goal. There's like a word for it, but I just can't think of it right off the top of my head. But you just need to have like stability, I guess. Yeah, stability. You need to have stability, and you know that if you build trust, if you build trust and you build clientele or customers, they are going to keep coming back to you. But if you make a mistake, or if you have like, if you start off with prices very high, they might not come back. Like, they might go to the next person that has prices that are a little lower with the same quality. You know what I mean? That's how I started off. And even now I still feel bad charging like $60 for a set, because sometimes I'm like, okay, is this worth it? Like, I try to be very fair. Like, I'll look at a set and be like, okay, that's worth this much. It'll take me this long, and I know I'm profiting a little bit, but I know it's fair for the customer. So I do that to try to keep my clients, but I have also lost lots of clients or customers because of how long I've taken to ship a set out, or things like that. That's why it's also very important to, like, the gaining trust aspect is like always check in with your customers when you're a beginner, like especially anyone that's willing to order from you. Like, if it's your first order in like a week, I would recommend like checking in with them, like 2 weeks later or a week later, being like, hey, how did your nails last? Was everything good? Is there any tips that you would give me for other customers or for the future? Like, you want to hear the customer's point of view and see like where you can improve or what you should work on. And another thing is like, be very consistent and very clear on your policies, rules, and everything on your Instagram, so that there's no miscommunication between you and the customer. That is another big tip that goes with the same, that goes into the same category with like building clientele and trust. So always make sure you're very clear. Always make sure that if you have policies, or if you have things that you want to say, no refunds, whatever, make sure that you make it very clear before they order, so that once they order, they already know what they, kind of agreed to. But then also make it so that you're very, very professional, and everything like that, so that they can keep coming back to you and try to get their order out on a timely manner as well, because that is how you will keep a customer. So in the next step, which is, or the next tip is number 4. This is kind of going the same thing, into the same thing that I was just saying, is go above and beyond for your customers. So that is a tip that I just want to give you. Sorry if you guys just saw that. That was my kitten. You guys can probably see that there's little black cat hairs all over my silicone mat. I literally cannot get them out for the life of me. Like, I will wipe my mat down in between videos, and then it'll get little hairs on it again. And that's because my kitten just wants to be by my side literally all the time while I'm recording. I think he's just very intrigued by what I'm doing. And yeah, so don't mind that, you guys. But anyway, so go above and beyond for your customers. Show them that you really truly do care. And that also goes hand in hand with step number 3. Like, or tip number 3 is like keeping your customers and gaining clientele and gaining trust. If you go above and beyond for them, they are going to keep coming back. I promise you. Something that I will do is, like, if I know that I messed up and I know that I took a little bit longer on my processing times, I will occasionally, like every now and then, give out a free set without even telling the customer. Like, I will just ship one to them, or I will add an extra one into their order. Sometimes I will add a note and say, like, I'm sorry that you waited so long for your order, and I appreciate your support. Like, things like that. Just go above and beyond. And especially if you made a mistake, like, try to correct it so that you can keep those customers coming back, especially if they're customers that are loyal. Like, you definitely want to keep them. So I would recommend doing things like that. And then another thing is, like, to go above and beyond for your customers is make sure your quality is there. Like, truly try not to make your sets super sloppy. Like, try to take care of them. Like, not take care of them, but like try to make them with love. Package your orders with love. Like, don't just throw them into a poly mailer and just throw them like that. Like, try to package them with love. Get quality products, not super expensive quality. Like, you guys know me, I get a lot of my stuff, like 90% of the stuff I use, I get it from Amazon. But I still make sure that the quality is there, and I take the time to make sure the nails are strong and everything like that. And I try to be super nice to my customers. If they need help with anything like sizing their nails or anything like that, I do like to communicate with them. So that's kind of the next step. And then the next one is number 5. Don't try to cut corners by using cheap products. So that is like the main thing that a lot of people really will struggle with in the beginning when you're a beginner. There is these big kits on Amazon. I'm pretty sure you guys have probably all seen them. They are like this 1,000-piece nail kit for like $25, and it comes with a bunch of glitters and a bunch of random products that you think you're going to need, and you're like, this is perfect for me to start. But no, you guys, I promise that is not what you are going to end up using. You're going to end up using that for probably like a few days, and then you're going to realize, like, no, this sucks, and why did I buy it? And then you're going to end up just buying other products later on in the future. So don't cut corners. Like, might as well start off with the good products since the beginning, because, or at least products that are going to be good, like products that you can go back to time and time again, that are not going to give you problems. If you guys are having trouble on good products to start off with, I have so many videos here. Like, I have a video of my 20 favorite gel polishes from Amazon, or favorite nude polishes in general. And then I also have another video of all of my favorite press-on products. And you guys, I do not buy the super expensive stuff. Like, I buy the stuff that I know is fair price, that I can still get like the best bang for my buck, I guess you could say. And then also, like, just trying to keep things fairly priced, but also still good quality items, because sometimes name brand isn't everything. There's expensive brands that I've tried and their products are not even good. So what I mean is, don't use the super cheap products, like those kits that you see a lot of times. They're literally just kind of scamming you in a way. So you do not need all that stuff, like those random little glitters, random little foils and things that it comes with. You don't need that, trust me. So yeah, just get the stuff that's kind of trending, and get good quality stuff. Like I said, I have a whole video on that. But yeah, the next tip that I will give you is try different things to find what's best for you. So when you are starting off doing nails, it is very kind of overwhelming because of all the things you need to buy. So like, I know I just said, like, you need to start off with good products and everything, but make sure that you are starting off with what you think you will like the best. So if you know that you don't really like the smell of monomer when you used to go get your nails done at a salon, then maybe doing acrylic nails will not be for you. You know what I mean? Maybe gel X would be best for you, or maybe press on nails, or even polygel. So there is nail techs that that specifically specialize in polygel. And then there's nail techs that specifically specialize in manicures. Like, there is so many different things that you can do in the nail range, or like the nail spectrum. And there's like things that you will probably like better. So like for me, I knew that I started off doing acrylics. Like, I knew I loved it, and I do still love it. Like, it's such a rewarding job, I feel like, because it makes you feel like, oh my gosh, I just completed this, and it makes you feel so rewarded, sorry. But I found out later on that it just wasn't for me, and press-ons is truly what is for me. Is like, that is what I love, and that is what I ended up liking, and that's what I've been doing for the past few years. I have so many Q&As talking about why I switched over from acrylic to press-on. So if you guys are interested and you're new to my channel, I do have some videos on here. I think on my channel I have like a whole little playlist area where you can see the playlist that I have laid out. I have like a Q&A playlist where like I talk about Q&As, and I give so much good advice, and I talk about really good topics. And then I have other videos as well, but you should check out my playlist in case you guys are looking for some good videos to listen to while you're working on your sets. But yeah, so I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, so basically when you start out, you want to find what's best for you. If you're going to do press-ons, you have to find like what type of press-ons you like best. If you like doing pretty much anything, then you can literally do all types of press-ons. Like I do anything. Like, I'll do simple, I'll do French, I'll do like the really crazy ones, I'll do 3D, like whatever. I like doing characters too, so I'll do characters if somebody asks me for it. But you could find something that you specifically love and stick to that. Like, for example, I think Nailzbydev specializes specifically on characters, and she does specifically characters, and she is so amazing at it. And I think she's slowly starting to transition into like portraits and stuff of like real people, and I feel like that's so cool. So you see, like, you kind of just have to find what you love and just stick to that. There is some really amazing press-on creators that I follow that specialize in like short nails only, and you could stick to that, or you can do specifically like triple extra long, specialize in that. And there is always going to be a customer and clientele for you and your specific niche that you love, or a specific thing that you decide to stick to. So always find what you love and, you know, stick to that, because that will just make your job that much better, that much funner, and that much more simple. Honestly, the fact that I like to do everything does make it a little more complicated for me, because I have to get a bunch of shapes, a bunch of different things, but it's what I like to do. I like switching it up because I'm the type of person that if I'm just doing only short nails for like literally months and months and months and months, I will get so like bored. So I need to be able to mix it up. And if somebody asks me for an extra long set, I love making an extra long set as well. It's like, I honestly get excited now when someone asks me to do extra long, because right now medium length is very trendy. So extra long just kind of gets me a little excited, and I'm like, oh yes, I finally get to do a long set. But yeah, so that's another thing, the other tip that I wanted to give. And then next tip that I wanted to give you is let me find it. So the next tip I wanted to give is invest in a good chair, because back pain is intolerable. So this is like a really big tip for all people that are just starting to do nails. Like, this is probably something you will never even think about that's like important, but it is so important. I literally developed sciatica, and I think it was because of how bad that like your back starts to hurt when you're working, especially if you do acrylic nails. You need to invest in a good chair, you guys, because you're doing acrylics for hours and hours and hours probably. So invest in a good chair. And I don't know. This is like a tip that I think is important, but I just use a chair from Costco and it works really good. It's been working so well for me. Like, ever since I got this Costco chair, my back doesn't really hurt anymore like it used to. So yeah, that's another tip I want to give you. And then the next one is have a plan for your business and manifest your goals. So this one's really important because it's something that you might not think about like starting in the beginning. If you know for sure that you started doing acrylic nails and you absolutely love it, make a plan for yourself. Like, if you start off being home based, and you know that you one day you don't want to be doing your nails in your house anymore, then make a plan, and have a goal and stick to it, to like open up your own suite or open up your own salon, or at least just rent a little suite inside of a building or something, just so that you have like something to kind of keep you motivated and something to keep you going. If you don't plan anything out for your future, like nothing at all, then you're going to get very unmotivated and you're just going to feel like you're kind of working a 9 to 5, that's, you don't know if it's going to take you anywhere. I hope that makes sense. But recently I just barely started, like, I would say this year, with like the help of my boyfriend kind of motivating me, realized that I want to start a nail brand. I feel like that is the direction I want to go in. I know for sure that I want to start having my own product line and things like that. And honestly, it kind of unmotivates me a little bit because it is so insanely expensive to try to start your own brand. And I know that it's super hard, but if I would have had this goal since the first time I started doing nails, like if I would have made a plan for myself and been like, what do I want? Like sit down. If I would have sat down with myself and truly thought about like, what do I want long term in 4 years? Because I've been doing nails for almost 6 years. So let's just say my first 2 years in, if I would have sat down and said like, what do I want in 4 years? I would have probably been with like my whole entire nail brand already, because I just didn't realize that this is what I wanted. So truly sit down with yourself, brainstorm and write down ideas and see what you want for the future. Because it's really, really important, trust me. And then that way you can start budgeting, saving money, setting money aside. Like I wish years ago I would have started setting money aside to start my nail brand, because it just would have been so much easier for me now. Like now it's so difficult because I never did that. So yeah, that's like a big tip I can give you guys. And then also, if you don't want to like, if you don't specifically want to like go further in your nail brand, like if you love just kind of doing clients daily and you don't really care about opening up your own suite or your own salon or doing anything super, super big, then make little goals for yourself. Like if you guys have kids or if you want to buy a house, like, those are also goals, and they don't have to just be business goals, like business goals obviously are the goal, but if you don't want that, then that's totally fine. Because I honestly, for the longest time, I didn't even want that. I just wanted to kind of live a simple life and just do nails just for fun and, everything like that. But now I've realized that I love teaching and I love products so much that I want to have my own products. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. And then my next tip is be 1000% sure that this is something that you want. So when you start out doing nails and you start out buying all the products, it is very, very, very expensive. Like you guys know this, but it didn't used to be that expensive, but now it's even worse. Like you will spend a good, like probably $1,000 or more starting off on your nail journey. And you need to be 100% sure that this is what you want to do. Like that way you're not scrambling at the last second to get rid of all your nail stuff, trying to sell it on Facebook Marketplace, whatever. Like make sure that this is exactly what you want to do. And also that kind of goes hand in hand with try different things to see what you like. I think that was tip number 6, but make sure that you find out exactly which type of nails you want to do. That way you can invest in all the products for that specific type of nails so that you don't have to buy a whole bunch of other products and then you kind of waste money, because that's what I did. Like I started off with acrylic and I bought thousands and thousands of dollars in acrylics, you guys, like Valentino and a bunch of products, like a bunch of acrylic powders. And I bought those all in like 2021, I would say. And then in that same year, 2021, like at the end of 2021 was when I decided I wanted to fully just do press on nails. And I just did not want to do acrylic anymore. I felt like it wasn't for me. And I had so many brand new Valentino acrylics that I had already done. So it's kind of just wasted my time. And that's why I want to give you guys this tip. Just speaking from experience, make sure that it's what you want to do so that you can invest in all the products for that. Like if you know 1000% that you want to do Gel X because you love talking to customers and meeting them, but you don't like the smell of monomer, then go on Appraise website and, like invest in the Gel X system. Don't go out and buy a lot of acrylics and then a lot of Gel X stuff and then a lot of everything, unless you want to do a mix of products for your customers, of course. Like unless you want to offer both services. But you know what I mean? So that's another tip I want to give you. And then my very last tip, and this is something that is important for anyone that's beginning because it might make you kind of sad. This is that support might not come from your family. And I know that so many nail creators will always talk about this, and it's just the truth. Of course, some of you guys might have a very supportive family, but the reason why so many nail people talk about this is because it's so common for your family to not support you. Like, I don't know why it is. It's actually so weird, but it is very, very common, and it is something that happens a lot. So don't feel sad or don't feel discouraged or don't give up just because your family doesn't support you on your journey. Like, a lot of times your family or even your own siblings or your own family, your own cousins, whatever, will go out and purchase nail. They would rather purchase nails from somebody else and get their nails done with other people than support you. Even your best friends, like people that you thought you that would always support you, there is people that will do that. So don't feel sad and don't feel don't give up. You don't need them, and strangers on the internet will support you 1,000 times more than people that you know in real life will, and that's literally the truth. And I know anybody that's on social media, any nail girlies on social media can totally attest to that and totally like agree with me, because I know that's for a fact that even you guys here on my YouTube channel, I love you guys so much. You guys keep me going. You guys support me. You guys are always keeping me motivated and giving me really sweet comments, sweet advice, anything. And yeah, you guys have supported me more than my own family sometimes. So that's like a tip I wanted to give to everyone that's beginning. I'm trying to think if I have any last minute words, because I do have like a minute or two left, but I would say that those are like the most important things that I could say. But I just thought about something. I took like a few minutes. I wanted to say that you guys should always know your worth. So if you are barely starting out, or no, if you have already been starting, like if you've already started and you're already like, doing very good progress, and your nail sets are getting very good, and your art is very detailed, and you're very good at what you do, and you make really good content, just know your worth, both with customers and with companies. So a lot of times companies will message you and they will say, hey, can you make a video for us? And we will send you this little gel polish set. If you guys are doing really, really good work, really good videos, putting in hours of work into your videos, and the companies do not want to know your worth and they don't want to pay you for it, don't do the videos for the companies, you guys. Those little like gel polish sets that they send you is not worth it. I did that so much in the beginning because, of course, like I want to get known by the company. Of course, I want like product so that I could just make a video. Like that's amazing. Like I got super excited about it, and I still do get excited about it. But there is certain times where companies will try to kind of like scam you in a way. Like they kind of want to use you to get free promo, and they don't want to give you the credit where credit is due, and kind of just like support you and know your worth. So always know your worth. And then also customer wise, don't charge like $40 if your sets should be 80 plus. Like do not. So I wanted to tell you guys that, and I always want you guys to know your worth and just believe in yourself and love yourself. And this is how my set turned out. Everybody loved it on Instagram. I really am obsessed with it. And just for fun, here is the aftermath of that set, like everything that it took for me to make it, all these gel polish colors. And I like showing like the after, like the nail and the nails and then like the mess it made. I don't know, I like that, so I wanted to show you guys. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video, or not quick, kind of chatty video. If you guys enjoyed it, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to like this video. And also, if you guys have any videos that you want me to make, always let me know. I'm always looking for recommendations, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!